Hi everyone, I want to first of all apologize for my lack of posting. I just had to get a new video editing software because my other one just crapped itself and it was not fun, and I'm still learning how to use the new one. I've been doing like Halloween makeup and stuff because it's literally Halloween tomorrow, and a few of you on Instagram have asked me how to do it, so I'm going to do a tutorial on this one. I've never done this one before, so like this is new for me and you, but basically what I'm doing is it's called the Chelsea smile. It's like basically like the Joker where he has his lips cut. Yeah, let's just get right into it. I'm starting by creating the outline of the cut on my face using a very light lip liner. This way I know exactly how big the cut will be and I won't go over it with the liquid latex. You want the cut to start basically at the corner of your lips so that it doesn't look over exaggerated, so that it actually looks like there is a slit in between your lips. Moving on to the liquid latex, I will advise you that it does smell quite bad and it will sting your eyes if you are new to using it. It also wipes away pretty easily, as you just saw, if you make any mistakes, but just make sure to wipe it away as soon as you can, as it does get a bit tricky when it starts to dry. So basically I'm just outlining the cut with the liquid latex. I'm doing a solid outline before I start to fan it out with the brush. I'm just making sure that I get a lot on, so I want the cut to be quite prominent. I'm now using a sponge just to even out the edges because it doesn't look good when there's just a solid line of liquid latex. You can tell that it's fake, so by brushing it out, it will look more realistic. Taking cotton balls and ripping them apart so that they're very light and fluffy, and then placing them onto the wet liquid latex and making sure that it sticks. You want to get the cotton balls all the way around your mouth, so if you have to reapply the latex just to make sure that the cotton sticks, then do so. You just want a solid layer of the cotton all around your mouth. This is what's going to create depth in the wound and actually make it look like your skin is coming off of your face. After that, you want to add another layer of liquid latex onto the cotton and make sure that every dry spot is covered with latex. This makes it easier to work with when it is dry. Once the liquid latex is fully dry, I then begin to put on concealer. This is the concealer I use every single day. It's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, but mostly matches. So I make sure to apply that on all the white areas on my face. And once again, definitely make sure that everything on your face is dry. I had to blow dry my face for a while because the layer of liquid latex was quite thick. So if you need to blow dry your face, that is completely fine. Now that it's roughly the same color as my skin, I take scissors and just break up the edges and create more of a slit in the cut. I had to redo one of the sides because it wasn't pointy enough, so that's why one side is incomplete. But right now I'm basically just breaking apart the upper and lower sections so that it looks like a flap, like a flappy lip, so it actually looks like my skin is coming off. I'm now going to use a very dark lip liner that I have, and I'm just going to create depth within the wound and make it darker. So I'm going to do underneath the first lip flap, and you really want to make sure you get underneath, because it'll make it look more realistic and more dark. You want to get in the corners, underneath, everything. Basically, this is like a dark purple color that I'm using. So I'm just doing underneath, I'm kind of coloring in the liquid latex itself, and I'm just making sure to color everything in. This is just basically a base coat for everything else that I'm going to add. Right here I'm actually using a black pencil eyeliner. This is one that I don't use on my eyes. I just use it for doing the makeup, so yeah, I'm basically using black to create depth, and it looks like the wound is more deep once you have everything on. Since I don't have any red eyeshadow or anything like that, I'm using just lipstick to fill in the corners and fill in parts of the wound that needed to be bloody or red or resemble blood, something like that, before adding the fake blood onto it. I had to go over my face a few times with concealer just because the liquid latex with my concealer on top, it gets a little bit darker than my actual skin tone, so I had to continuously blend and add foundation and more concealer. Right now I'm going to be adding the fake blood, and basically it's just it's basically a broken makeup brush that I'm using, and it's just the pointy part of it, and I'm dipping that into the container of fake blood and just getting it in the wound underneath and just in the flaps, in the corners, just to make sure that it looks like there's blood everywhere. And finally, I'm going to use this weird sponge. There's basically a bunch of holes in it, and you just pour blood on it, and then you dab it on your face, and it kind of creates like a splattered blood look, and it's very handy. And yeah, it just basically makes everything look a little bit more violent. It does get a little bit messy, so you probably will have to clean up little remainders of blood everywhere, but it just adds to the effect and makes it look like the wound has been there for a while. I do like to use a lot of blood and really get it everywhere because it does cover up the flaws that I have made, where the liquid latex is like visibly on my face. So I just cover that up with blood, and then it tends to take away from the mistakes. Anyways, guys, that was my tutorial on how to do the Chelsea grin, as you have seen on my Instagram. Yeah, so leave a like and thank you for watching.